That's it?
Can you get the other one out of the...
Oh.
Because...
That one's the one that has to stay here?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is it?
It's in the laundry room.
Alright, I'll get
where
it.
we keep the folding chairs.
Oh, you want to toss some more crap?
And he wonders why the girls constantly ask me. Like, I didn't switch where we keep the chairs.
Here. That one doesn't have... This one doesn't have one.
You already nursed.
So we have to...
You're a butt. That's what you are.
Hey. Oh, those are mine.
Comes by it naturally.
It's
Gregory.
Nice.
His buttness.
I wasn't paying attention.
What? No.
I wasn't paying attention. I feel like I missed a lot.
You're done.
What'd you miss, Greg?
The last 12 years.
I was messing with Zoe.
What's really bad is when he starts realizing some of the jokes have been made for 12 years, and then all of a sudden he goes, and you're like, you're 13 now.
I'm gonna go to my room. Or, stop it.
That's what it was earlier. He hit me because I wanted to hold his hand, and he wouldn't hold my hand at 6 Flags.
That's rude.
You got lost.
Which is like...
Does it have the right text?
It says just streaming.
Okay.
Master
Just
Ninja's
streaming.
Live, just streaming, yes.
Like that cell phone.
What's that just streaming? I thought it was supposed to say just chatting.
Okay, whatever you want.
Surprised it still works.
I thought it was supposed to say just chatting.
What are you doing?
You know what? What I'm doing is
Maybe we should settle in.
maybe.
No, I said it right.
Why are they not connecting to chat?
These barbecue chips are good.
Your boss.
Someone else would like them.
It's not behaving.
Spank it. Good lord.
Oh, my son's
Love you.
Just chatting, Ekklesian House Fellowship.
Yeah, that's correct.
Alright, I tried to load the Restream chat client here, and it crashed. I'm gonna try to load it again. You know, the Windows native.
Yeah.
Oh.
What you doing over there? Come over here.
Oh, it's because there's a new version available.
Oh.
Oh, I should have checked it earlier to make sure it was ready to go.
That's my shoes. Please don't chew on those. Let go.
I'll do tuna.
What?
Can you pull up the other burger and put them there?
Just put those on top.
I don't want to dry out too much.
I apologize if anybody's trying to chat. Our chat client is installing some kind of update.
They're like these, but it's not like them.
I know.
They're so
Are there any
long,
viewers
they
right
short little arms.
I don't know. The chat
Oh,
client won't
I
load.
understand that. Oh.
It won't even turn on, like, because it's installing some kind of update.
What about his Twitch? No one there.
Thank you, sir.
What's wrong?
It says one viewer on Twitch.
Sarah learned the magic of the fact that the Walmart thing makes its own ice. And she was like, oh, so so it never runs out. I was like, well, actually.
Except for the like once a month when it breaks, and they have to.
That one usually doesn't break about once a month. That store's not janky like the one you used to work for.
The ATM at the Walmart in Decatur is broke about once a month.
Broken. Rude. All done. I'm sure you're about to. All done. Oh, I love you too. You give me kisses. Give me kisses.
All right. Welcome, Fuzzy. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
Oh, and with this new update, I can see his emojicons.
Oh, can you?
Yeah,
What?
the dabbing alien cat looking thing. Oh, that's an ear. Yeah, alien cat. Dabbing cat. All right, Fuzzy says time to get Jesus on.
It's gonna be on your shoulder.
I'm glad that you're back, Fuzzy.
And I didn't stream it all this week on my channel. So literally the last two things have been church.
Were you supposed to?
That's funny.
Well, I mean, I typically try to stream a couple times a week. I've just been.
Crazy late.
Did James actually leave?
No.
No, he left his phone's still there.
Why
He
do
was
you
like, we're
want
done
me
eating.
as
I'm
soon
leaving.
as
See you guys.
Why do you want me as soon as I leave?
All right. So how's everybody week? How was everyone's week this week?
Hectic.
Hectic.
Same, very much so.
Yeah.
I'm really busy.
It's been hectic since like November started.
Oh, that's more than a week for sure.
I'm really looking forward to being out of town and week after next.
I'm looking forward to our
Wait.
jobs like 2
You're
weeks.
looking forward to going to seeing the holdings?
Of course. He
I
loves
didn't
it.
realize things had gotten that bad.
Oh, his heart. Because his butt is bigger than his heart.
Okay, you can stop.
I will not.
She's constantly getting on to me like, okay, you've said enough. You can stop talking. You can stop talking. Please stop talking. And
I don't do that.
I like that one. I'm gonna use
Actually,
it.
I don't. So there. Take the baby.
What? For yourself.
all right, so the podcast. Anybody have any observations, questions?
Ooh.
What is the
That
word
was the
renew?
hottest cousin he ever did me.
The hottest cousin, Jacob.
Yeah.
Where's your copy?
You know, I didn't have any written notes, and so I just didn't bring
No.
any thing. So, yeah, that Jacob, found him the hottest cousin.
Did it say how old they were, or just going off by, usually they married as teenagers?
I didn't say anything about how old they were, but huh?
You got his foot?
Does it say anything in the text about how old they were?
No, but this is after him and his mother, Jacob and his mother, tricked Isaac into giving Jacob the blessing over Esau by strapping sheepskin onto his arms so he would be as fuzzy as Esau. What?
Oh my goodness.
And he what? Yeah. Like, how fuzzy was Esau that this sheepskin was like, Isaac's like, I can't see, but yeah, that feels like Esau's arm. Yeah, for sure.
Help.
That is one fuzzy
What do
man.
you want from me?
Like, what is that condition where you're born with, like, wolf-type hair? Esau must have had that.
Or maybe he was, the original abominable snowman.
Or the original werewolf.
Snowman, huh?
Mm-hmm. He was Sasquatch.
Yeah, so if you go and you read Genesis 29, where it actually talks about Jacob and Rachel, it doesn't say that she's hot, per se. But if you read on, when he wakes up next to Leah, it says, and while Leah has soft eyes, Rachel is shapely. And that word shapely in the Hebrew means well-favored.
She was pretty.
So she got all the right curves
Stop it!
in all the right places.
I have no idea what you just said.
I was talking to Katie, so that's fine.
I didn't hear you either. Tell me again.
She got big boobies.
Oh yeah.
Or hips. It could be
Or
hips.
hips. She's got,
She's got
childbearing
all
hips.
the curves and all the
And
places.
she's a shepherdess. Do you guys think about it? Like, she's out there fighting lions and bears, protecting sheep. That's one intense woman.
He's just gonna stare you down.
Maybe that's why he cried when she gave him a kiss.
When he gave her a kiss, he was like, "The smell, the smell."
Well, I was thinking she's so cool. He was so like she deemed him okay enough to kiss. She's so awesome.
Fuzzy says them hips don't lie. Thank you, Fuzzy. I appreciate that.
Kira.
It's the gear.
Please don't pass me. I rarely use your title, but I'm gonna need you to not ever do that again.
Things we
Let's
never
just
want
stand
to see from Pastor
We were at the CPAC concert earlier. I'm doing the dance moves, and she's like, "I think we've been to this concert too many times." And I was like, "Maybe." And then I go into this hip move, and she's like, "Don't break a hip, old man."
You are the oldest one here.
Oh man,
Does it make me the boomer of the group?
boomer.
No, it just makes you old.
Oh, okay.
You're only a boomer if you're old.
Oh, okay. Oh, my mom's here.
Is she on the?
She's
boomer?
obviously
She's
older
not,
than me.
though.
She's not a boomer either, I don't think.
I don't think she's old enough for you.
Is she?
Hi, Jerusalem girl.
You're sitting right here. Speak.
I don't know how old her is.
My mother was born in 1959,
So yes.
Yeah.
so don't call her a boomer or she'll sue you. And win.
First, I'm gonna make you go into the other room.
Was he commenting on Twitch?
Yes.
He said, "I don't know how to speak." As he sits there and giggles.
So now you're a liar too.
Oh, you lied on my Twitch stream. That's not nice, man.
You and Jacob would get along well.
Who? Oh.
Jacob from Genesis 29. Jacob.
I was about to say this.
Yeah, that Jacob.
Man, you really,
My brain's
you're
lagging.
trying real hard to put it back into perspective, aren't you?
Indeed. So the whole point was enduring. That
She already ate it. What you gonna
love
do now?
endures. Not only Christ's love for us, obviously we saw how that played out, how he had to endure what he had to endure. But also, you know, we love God, we love Jesus, and we have to endure, and, you know, life isn't always going to be rosy. We weren't
For example.
promised rose.
Tina has to endure her husband's face.
We don't know how she does it.
Also his butt.
I would have declared, if I was married to me, I would have declared Mocklin divorced a long time ago.
I've seen the blindfolds in your closet. I know how she does it.
Oh, look at that! Look at that, Tina! It is nowhere close to the point! Yeah, you want me to flog you in front of, on, you know, international television?
International television.
Well, I guess it kind of counts. That works.
Well, our friend from the UK hasn't chimed in yet, so I'm not sure if she's here.
Ow! Sorry.
Too far back.
You want to get the rest of your derailing out now, or
No!
you're gonna wait until it's
Now,
Okay, I don't plan to derail like that.
out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks?
Yes, it happens. I know that, like, it's like
No.
It's like when I've got gas.
Oh my
And
god.
so you go to the bathroom and no gas comes out, but you go back to it. And you just keep.
And you're just like,
So now we know who the cocaine belongs to.
oh, he is correct.
Right.
about what?
The Lord is watching, so technically it's multi-dimensional television. Wow. Yeah, that was. Wow. Yeah, it's not inaccurate though. Good call.
What are you doing?
Yes, I'm finished, baby. I've had too much to eat at this point. And I made twice as much food.
What
Yes,
are you
I should have.
doing?
Twice as much food as I should have. The second week in a row.
Did you make too much of us?
Why are you
The tacos.
me?
Ah.
But you can never have too much tacos.
Tacos are
I had
pretty
tacos for like because 4
If
of
you
my
don't
lunches
come
is
in-
enough tacos, then
Then
you're
it's
just
just sad.
disappointed.
Yeah.
And it's depressing.
Can I see that transcription of the?
Yes.
What if you have too many?
Although I did have to give you a recipe
Right?
for the burgers to Grams.
What now?
I gave you a recipe for the burgers to Grams.
What's the recipe? It's not
She was
your
like-
recipe.
she's like,
I
it's-
put Worcestershire sauce in them.
She's like, it's so good. Like, what did you do? And I was like, the burgers from Sam's, and then this stuff. And she goes, that's it? Yep. This stuff,
And Sam's Burgers.
and Sam's
Better with a drop of that.
I don't like Worcestershire sauce.
What?
I don't like Worcestershire sauce either.
Alright.
There was a time
I like it when
certain people put Worcestershire sauce on everything.
Well, that's
Everything they
just
touch, they put Worcestershire sauce on.
That's my family.
So at one
Yeah.
point, I went to a barbecue,
Ah,
and someone put Worcestershire sauce on my burgers.
you said it different every single
I know.
And with the Worcestershire sauce on my burgers, I then drove to Walmart,
Wow, that was
and bought
rude.
more burgers, and made Bill come with me.
Is
While
that
we
why
drove-
every time we do something over there and he's like, bring your own meat, you're like, is that why he did the bring your own meat thing? Because we've
No,
always
it was
had
bring
to
your own
take
meat that
our own
time too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just puts it on everything. And I like it that way, but none of her likes it.
That's because that's how you grew up.
Tangy. It's good.
You say it's tacky and good? Oh.
I said tangy, but I like got caught.
She also used to pour this other stuff in there that was a smoky flavor.
Where's my baby?
Right here.
Okay.
Tearing up a chip.
Chip, take the chip away.
No chip for baby. I don't think you would like this. I'm sorry. Let go
Right,
of the
so-
chip. Stop crumbling the chip.
Abuse.
Yeah,
Bad.
the abuse is bad in any way. Anyone who tries to justify it using the Bible needs to,
Go
well,
to
you would,
hell.
no, that's harsh. But I believe that I have a very different belief on how abusers should be punished than most people.
Okay. Chill out.
So Pastor Bill would have, the forgiveness and that you need to get help and everything he said.
We don't need to know what you want to do.
I'm
You know-
with her.
It's one of them things, like, I'm not as nice as how I should be.
There's another piece of chip. Were you sitting
But
on
you
it?
need to get help if you're unabused in
Why
an
are
abusive
you
relationship.
licking my
And you
teeth?
need to make sure you get help after exiting the abusive relationship due to the fact
Let
that
go.
PTSD is real and it can cause lasting mental health issues and you need to get those taken care of, no matter what.
And scripture is not an excuse for abuse. There's not.
Nope.
Any scripture used appropriately that can be used to justify abuse.
He's hitting himself on the belly.
Not child abuse, not spousal abuse, not anything.
There should never be a
Heather,
time.
he's coming to you. There's a chip. I think that's a chip.
More chip.
But people try to do that.
Chip burger.
People try to take the scriptures and make them whatever they
And
want.
there's chips
And-
right here,
and-
Gregory. I
and-
can't get that. Thank you.
People try to justify their own issues.
Where? You have
And-
where's the chip?
It's invalid.
Yeah, so when I was researching, I do a lot of research to put into backing all this up, but when I was doing my research, I came across some sites that talked about
Get off of me. I need to get out of under the table. Help.
even the past decade, there have been preachers and ministers, and some of them with very large names and very large ministries that have said things like wives should endure a certain amount of physical abuse
No.
because they're under the authority of their husband.
Nope.
And I wholeheartedly 100% disagree.
Put your hands on another human being in an abusive manner. That's a correct way of saying that.
It used to be commonplace though, things like disciplining your wife like you would your children.
Yeah, it used to be.
But it's not anymore.
And
Well,
The
depends on
prob-
the religion.
yeah, sadly, in some parts of the world and in this country, it still takes place, and it's wrong because, I mean, the most important thing.
Women are educated now.
Well, not just that. I mean, it comes down to, like, one of the verses people try to use for that is, women submit to your husbands, men love your wives. That love your wives is similar to the love your wives as much or more than you love yourself. So, it means, you guys are one, so you act like it. It doesn't mean do whatever you feel like.
Right.
It means the commandment in that is you submit and you don't ask anything that you shouldn't because of the fact that you are one person. You are one entity. Like, you wouldn't abuse yourself, don't abuse someone else.
Most people wouldn't abuse themselves.
Even if you would abuse yourself, don't abuse someone else.
Right. And we will get more into that because not the episode coming out tonight, but the episode coming out next Sunday night is actually called Healthy Marriage. And it's going over all the scriptures and that talk about marriage and husband and wife and fleshing out all that. Well, what does this actually mean and how does that look in the marriage setting?
There's a baby on the table.
There is a baby on the table.
It's a cute baby.
It happens.
He's a little big.
Baby happens.
Babies happen.
Like your wife said.
Finnick. Wow.
That was impressive, Finn.
Married him.
Grab a sweet tea.
Okay.
He just used it all.
Okay.
And before Houston even gets here, he's going to be mad.
Do you want
Should I throw this away or do you want me to keep it for some reason?
No, it goes in
Keep
the
it just
recycling
to taunt
over
Houston.
there. Yeah, no, you're right. Leave it on the counter. No, leave it on the counter in case Houston gets here, so he punishes you for drinking the last of it. Oh look!
Right.
Hey, look! It got thrown away.
Aww.
We're still gonna tell Houston when he gets here.
And I'm gonna hide.
When is you supposed to get here? 7?
7-ish. Yeah.
6:53.
If he can make it.
That's now.
My chair moved.
Apparently they do that.
I bumped it and it moved. Which one? It scared me.
By the way, if you have an air fryer at home, the French fries, if you take any home, heat them up in the air fryer instead of heating them up in a microwave, and they're actually valid.
They taste better too.
Yeah.
I do. I have an air fryer in a box that's never even come out of the box yet.
But to be honest, like,
It's amazing.
they are amazing for leftovers.
Keep that nice.
French fries from restaurants, they're unedible. Everyone knows
Oh yeah,
that.
they are.
You can't eat restaurant French fries the next day. With the air fryer,
You can.
you can. You just put a little bit of oil, and you're good to go. And we make our own French fries, because we were.
We do sometimes.
All French fries, all like store-bought French fries have gluten in them, because it uses an additive to increase the potato. It's not 100% potato. So because of that,
Like that.
when Sarah was eating gluten-free, we made our own potatoes. She's not currently because the doctor told us to take her off of a gluten-free diet so that way she could actually be tested for celiac. Because if she's on a gluten-free diet and they test her,
It could
it'll
show
show negative because she has none of the
false
antibodies
negative,
that. So they were like, no, you need to put her back on a gluten diet. She was like, I can eat whatever I want. And I'm like, you can.
You're not gonna want to.
I know how it's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're also gonna be taking Marilax daily for a little
How
while.
long do you have to wait till she's?
It depends on
Finnick.
when they can get it scheduled.
What are you doing?
I'll find out Monday if
He
the doctor can even take kids. If not, we have to find someone through Cooks.
We're hoping the doctor that I see and the doctor that
We
other
trust.
family members
Yeah.
of mine see, so he knows our family history of stomach issues.
Yeah.
This
This one has a thyroid issue. We've been trying to see the thyroid specialist, so we still haven't even gotten a schedule.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I forgot about that.
Me too.
I talked to him last time I went.
Finn does?
No.
No. Oh, where? Okay.
You have a thyroid issue? You don't look like you have a thyroid issue.
Not apparently.
Are you giving me kisses?
Not like what Roxanne.
Not apparent.
No,
Not like
you don't
not
have
like
to-
Roxanne's goiter.
You don't have
Yeah.
to goiter, but it's
Sweet kisses.
But it was.
Sweet hugs.
At your birthday, or it was the month after your birthday, so August.
Why did we go to the doctor?
I don't remember. I think it was your checkup.
Let's stop it. That's in there. She has to go to the bathroom. But we're
I remember there being something wrong, and we found out it was.
She can go
Found out there was this thing. It wasn't causing it. There was
Sarah
also
Bear?
this.
Her mother did just tell her to wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. She's already in there.
She didn't hear it. It wasn't a.
I didn't.
That's fine. I know. I know you wouldn't be like, no. You're talking to what I said. Don't eat his
Put it over there. Last time you ate all of his snacks.
So good. I wonder if I like them so much.
I'm gonna just dump yogurt on your head.
Daddy.
Is it just yogurt?
I understand that the yogurt things are good. It doesn't justify eating the baby's
Daddy.
food when
Yes.
the baby hasn't eaten yet.
I don't like normal yogurt, but for some reason those are really good.
Daddy.
Her dad eats them because they're healthier than
You're
normal.
not my dad. Daddy.
Well,
We
we need to get some
if
of
your
those
answer's
yogurt
not good
things,
enough,
but
can I go?
for the rest
Yes,
of us.
Yes,
it's kind
so
of the
she's
same
in there.
thing as like dehydrated yogurt. They have that in the camping section at Walmart.
It's just you like that flavor is all it is.
Yeah.
You gotta find the right yogurt. Like I don't like yogurt, but I use yogurt as the base of smoothies. So I have to have yogurt, but I don't eat it. I don't like it.
There are some that I don't like.
I pinch you.
Greek yogurt is gross.
I was gonna say I don't really care for like regular yogurt, like Yoplait, but I like Greek yogurt. Oh,
Again, you are gross.
I mean,
You mayonnaise eater.
I'm gonna refrain from any nasty comments towards you.
I mean, it wasn't an insult. It was just a statement of fact. I mean,
No.
It was
It wasn't an insult.
his tone of voice.
Mayonnaise is nasty, and all you people who eat it are weird.
Mayonnaise.
You're nasty.
Mayonnaise is good on certain things.
I wouldn't put it on anything that you would put it on.
And that's what's even nastier. She dips her French fries in it. On a burger,
Yeah.
it's weird, but the French fry thing, it just.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think you needed it for a
That's
burger.
mayonnaise.
or
Well, if
a
you
restaurant
mix it with
something,
mustard.
I
I
saw
usually-
her
I usually
mixing
mix it with hot
ketchup
sauce.
with
Okay.
I see that's
With
different.
the
It's not
mayonnaise.
straight dipped and it's just
I've done
plain.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
I prefer it with like a mustard or a buffalo sauce, but
well,
She was mixing mustard and mayonnaise and dipping her fries into
that's
it.
what that is.
well, mustard and mayonnaise,
Or not mustard.
ketchup and
ketchup.
mayonnaise, ketchup and mayonnaise is what is the secret sauce in McDonald's.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Like
it's got a.
Fuzzy says, by certain things you mean everything. Yes.
I guess Fuzzy likes.
Hey, he likes ketchup and mayo too.
Ah,
You say that good.
That's fine.
What about ketchup and gravy?
Ooh.
like mixed
Like-
together.
Yeah, like the gravy from Whataburger.
I don't like.
I
It gets nice and chunky
Like ketchup to me is just disgusting.
because the acid in the ketchup
Doesn't sound
reacts
good, but
with
I've never
the
had it, so.
No thank you.
gravy and
I tend to be very judgmental on
Chunky.
food.
You're judgmental, period.
Heinz even sells a ketchup mayo mix.
They do. They do.
If you go down the aisle at Walmart where like all the condiments are, they have like all these different things now. There's like barbecue with something, and then there's ketchup with something.
It's just
and
wrong.
What about Goober? Have you ever gotten Goober?
what is that?
Like Goober came out when I was a kid. It's a jar of peanut butter with strips of grape jelly in the drip, right? So like it came out when I was a kid. It's never changed its logo. It's never changed its packaging. It's never changed anything. Like the bottle looks exactly the same as when I was a kid.
It's actually the
Bottle.
same
Same
bottles.
It was nobody's ever bought it.
No one buys
It's
it.
so good though. You can just throw a spoon and just be like, peanut butter and jelly.
No.
It's not the same
That
that way.
sounds really good.
It is the same
So
unless you
fellowship
unless you
tonight is
stir
all
it.
about food, and now I'm
Have you
If
hungry.
you
had
stir it,
Go get
it
some
gets all
ice.
nasty. But when you just
It's like
no, that's what I'm saying. When you start it, it gets nasty. But when you just spoon it,
Why did you start
a
this?
little bit
Brad?
of grape, a little bit of
No,
peanut butter in
it's all
each
your
bite.
fault.
This is
Good.
not me.
Gert, it
It's
is
like-
all your
That
fault.
was
Gert.
It's like
him.
mission
Gert,
trip
your fault.
flashbacks.
No, it's my fault.
We are breaking like
I said
every
me,
big
okay,
live
my
rule on
stuff.
the
I was
planet.
like, I'm not
Cross conversations. These guys have no idea what's actually going on. Just breaking all the rules.
He's telling you to shut up.
Whoa.
I mean, you could just walk over there and get yourself.
I know, we have so much food, I just don't actually want anything, but now I'm
There's
hungry.
a lot.
Houston will eat
You're
it.
not
Your
Your brain is
just-
hungry, but your tummy's
Yeah.
hungry.
Snackery?
You're
Is
hungry.
I'm not actually having
Is that the
I'm
word?
doing
Hangry.
Hangry.
No, that's when
Hangry is when I'm angry.
Yeah, well,
Ew.
Yellow.
Why? Ew.
That's just normal.
Hungry?
I had to explain that to someone. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I actually like you. Why are you yelling?
I'm hungry.
Because it
That's how
is.
you know I like you.
But you're yelling at me.
Yeah, see, the one time someone
If
said
I didn't
that to
like
me,
you, I just wouldn't be
yelled
talking
because
to
they
you.
were across the room. And I was like, why are you acting like you're mad at me?
My office echoes really bad. And so, like, I say something and it echoes off the wall and comes back so it hits both sides of the mic. So it actually, like, always sounds like I'm.
Not surprising.
Yes, Fuzzy. I am projecting my love.
Not yelling, projecting my love.
Hey, baby, from now on, when you say stop yelling, it's not yelling. I'm projecting my love at you.
Projecting your love that endures.
Yes.
Oh.
Because love endures.
Love doesn't hurt. But if you
From across
physically
the
hit
room.
someone, or emotional abuse is real as well.
Yeah, there's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Spiritual abuse is an interesting one.
What is spiritual?
Yeah, how can you do that?
So spiritual abuse is like when I come to you and I say something like, well, for instance, faith healers that are shams. They'll do things like they'll come up to someone that they know can see certain things and not other things, and so like say they can see contrast really well, and they'll pray over their eyes and they'll hype up the situation where the adrenaline starts going, and then they'll do things like, how many fingers am I holding up? And they'll hold up, white skin up against a black suit. Well, the person can see it because of contrast, right?
Yeah.
So this person has set themselves up as a spiritual leader, and then they're manipulating a situation to make it look like something has happened that hasn't actually happened. This is spiritual abuse,
Okay.
right? That falls in the category of spiritual abuse. Now, while the Lord does heal things, the blind do see, the deaf do hear, that there are people that try to take advantage and make situations that aren't that look like they're that for the purpose of building up notoriety or getting people to give money or different things like this. And so that's another form of abuse, and those people will have to answer to the Lord at the judgment.
Yep. At the end of time, there'll be a reckoning. I like reckoning better than they'll deal with the consequences. Reckoning just sounds better.
Yeah.
It's like I used to say the saying of, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And says that I'm his servant.
I'm his faithful right
I'm
hand.
his faithful right. Yeah. It's like, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And he sent me to whoop your butt. But it's not actually valid. Like, shockingly.
I'm here to deliver vengeance and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
I hate bubblegum. I can't stand listening to people chew it or chewing it. It's one of those things, if it gets put in my mouth, it's getting eaten and swallowed.
Why would,
I don't even have a...
bubblegum in your mouth.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get putting something
Do
in
people
your mouth.
walk up randomly on the street and they're like, here, have some bubble gum?
It's that aspect of if I'm putting it in my mouth and I'm gonna start chewing on it and I'm gonna chew on it for a time period and then it's gonna taste gross, so I spit it out.
Oh, when it tastes gross, you just
into
put it into a
something.
cup of water for like 30 seconds. You put it back in your mouth and it tastes brand new again.
Ew.
So because of that, we don't chew gum.
So Fuzzy says, he says, just say, I'm here doing the Lord's work. Lord's work. Lord's work. I'm here doing the Lord's.
Can you put that under my... What's wrong?
Can you get
A
one for
whiff
me,
of alcohol.
No, it's the sour... It's sour. So it smells. It tastes.
This is not folded.
It smells like an amaretto sour. Yes.
That's my favorite drink.
I know. I'm sorry. That's like that comment about cinnamon. It smells like fireball in here. That's called cinnamon.
That's terrible. My mom has one of those in her bathroom. And I made me nauseous yesterday.
Yeah?
I was over there. Oh.
Yeah.
Master noon.
We got rid of all of our liquor.
And your shot glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, you just moved them.
Yeah, we hit them.
Okay.
But we threw out
Yeah, we threw out a lot.
a lot. Pour it straight down the sink.
So did anybody catch the reference? I know one person on TikTok caught the reference. I'm not talking about your longtime friend Iggy.
I have
No.
no idea what that is.
No. I
So-
did catch something that I
I heard
did
it was
not
someone
know.
in the Bible I just never heard of.
You caught something you hadn't. Well, I mean, we can talk about Iggy, or we can talk about
No,
the
we
thing
can
you
talk
don't
about
you
Iggy
didn't
first.
know.
Let's go ahead and talk about
Can we talk about
Iggy
Iggy first? Okay, so
Just how
there's this.
tonight's gone. So why
There's
not?
this book they made into a movie. The book's called Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. And they made it into a movie called Fried Green Tomatoes. And within the movie,
Playing with it.
this woman befriends an older woman who's then telling her a story about these women that she knew.
Who are you gonna hold now?
Iggy and her friend. Now, the one woman, not Iggy, but the other woman, was in a situation of domestic abuse. And her friend Iggy wants to help her, and so they get the guy and they beat him till he's dead, and then they chop him up and make him into barbecue and
Oh, that's
sell him at the Whistle Stop Cafe. And the inspector that's coming to investigate, it's great in the movie.
Yeah.
He's eating it and he's like, "Can I get another plate of that barbecue? You got the best barbecue in all the state of Alabama." And Iggy's over there just going, "Oh." Because she knows he's eating the guy that was abusing her friend that they chopped
Yeah.
up and put into the barbecue. And so that's the reference with Iggy. Don't be going to your friend Iggy and chopping up your friend and your abuser and putting him into barbecue. But that's probably what you know the way you would go. But
I wouldn't put it in
you'd
barbecue.
go with a catfish farm.
Catfish
I got
farm.
you.
I knew there was something about the reference, and I saw it on TikTok, and then I read the comments. I'm like, why did they say like I didn't place it?
Uh-huh.
And yeah,
What is that?
I like that movie.
Why did that one just run into my bathroom?
It's a Fried Green Tomatoes
You don't like
reference. It's an entertaining movie. If you have a little bit of a thick skin conservatively, because there's a few scenes that are iffy for conservatives. But I've never read the book, but I want to read the book now. Now that I actually know it's a book. Fried Green Tomatoes from the Whistle Stop Cafe.
I've never watched the movie either.
I've referenced the movie here in the podcast, but anyway,
Yeah, we talk about enduring.
you had something you never noticed before.
So we talk about enduring, and I hadn't noticed it. You said
That was rude.
it was shorter than normal. Wasn't it normally 2 pages?
I usually spend more time making it
So-
where it'll fit 2 pages in front of it.
Not unless Jacob agrees to work for another 7 years. But at least he gets to come home to both his loving wives every night during the second set of 7 years. I'd never actually noticed that part.
Yeah, I thought he had to wait until the end.
And so, at that point, I'm like, I think this invalidates your entire thing. 'Cause that's not enduring. That's just hanging out.
He endured the first 7 years. I mean,
No,
the
no,
second 7,
I
he's
know.
like.
But as soon as I heard that, I was like,
He can't leave his father-in-law's.
yeah. And he can't work for himself. He can't make money. He
He
can't.
can't do his own household.
There is, yeah. But it was just one of those where it's like, he's going home to a hot and a cute wife every night. What's enduring?
Now, because they're sisters.
I don't know where you're stop you right there before you go anywhere else.
You're still sitting next to your 13-year-old
No,
son.
I was gonna say, do they fight or are they friendly?
Oh no, they fight.
No, they're friendly.
No way.
Okay, what's that fight?
They're friendly, except Jacob. Fuzzy says double trouble. You're almost right. Jacob is really into Rachel and not so much into Leah. he pretty much mostly ignores Leah, and so God allows her to be pregnant first.
Multiple times.
Because of his neglect of her.
By him?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're his. They're
I'm just
his.
saying, if he's ignoring her and neglecting her.
No, they're his.
Oh, there's a level of ignoring,
Okay.
and they're still, like, hey,
Like, I mean,
I got 2 wives.
dudes are dudes. I can ignore you and still.
the
take
water
care
fountain
of-
may not cool the water completely to my liking, but it's still fresh water.
You know, she has nice. What was it? Eyes.
Yeah.
She has soft eyes.
Yeah. So I mean,
But I mean, Rachel, she is highly favored.
what are you looking at me while you're stealing their chocolate?
I'm looking at you to make sure that it's okay with you. If you object,
It's not my chocolates.
It's not yours.
Don't eat them all theirs, at least.
He's got this new policy on live. He doesn't ask anymore.
Daddy
He just
started getting mad at me.
announces that he's going to do something, and if nobody objects, then he moves forward. And I was like, oh, so you're going to practice adulting now.
It's valid.
He started,
You do ask too much, though.
he started getting mad at me.
Hey, you
I
made
took
it.
a wrong turn and
Houston.
ended up back at the entrance, and I don't know.
There's a lot of loops in
It's,
here.
it's a circle. Houston,
now I
We
have
got
to
burgers
I have
and
a
fries
problem.
and...
Yes.
we've got all the food, but someone drank all of your sweet tea.
That's okay.
Is it? Is
Aw.
it okay?
Here you go. Here's the last of it.
Lame reaction.
Hi, Houston.
See? No, that's mine. That's
I'm actually good.
You don't want food? Look how many burgers I made.
There's so much
You gotta
food.
eat some.
I'll take it with me.
Okay. Okay.
So,
sit and relax.
did you listen to the podcast?
Greg, there's a foldable chair there for you.
Thank you.
It's probably a little more
Here,
comfortable.
you can come over here. It's probably better for you than unless you want to sit between your parents. I mean, that's
See-
up to you.
See, I love it when I
I
love it when I put certain things in that are shock value, because then I can sit here and watch somebody reading it and know when they get to that sentence.
I wasn't trying to move it out from under you. I wasn't.
I heard. She said, "Watch this."
What?
You know that TikTok where it's like I'm
I
not
thought
mad.
that first.
I am mad. I'm just waiting for everyone to leave.
You want to say hi to Houston? Look. You say hi to Houston.
Yeah, I took it away. You're okay.
Your son is not a horse. Do not put blinders on him. You're like, here, look at Houston. Look at him. He's right here.
It's
Why
a
else would you look
habit.
that way?
She's been
It's a
trained.
habit.
She's been training children to do. Hi.
Is that actually still running now?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it says we're still alive.
It was paused while.
Was it? It was paused?
Yeah.
It's going now.
It says live on the thing.
Hey, no. I'm sorry. My bad. No.
Yeah, it went back up.
What's wrong, Griff?
Okay, I'll put it where you can't see it.
Oh, looking at chat.
No.
Chat's not even
It
out.
was just
I
like
don't know how to set up at the
paused
moment. I'm
while-
making sure that.
while
I
you
could have.
paused
I
it.
could pull the chat up on my phone if I really want to look at the chat.
So it did go down, but now it looks like it's back up.
Wow.
It just went down for like a second or two.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah, it
not a
was-
second, but.
Fuzzy says it was buffering for a minute, but then it came back.
That's because I was getting a phone call.
I challenge the strongest girl to put someone on their shoulders, not a baby.
Tina!
I don't think that's gonna happen.
What?
Sorry.
So we've got one viewer from FC2 Live. I want to know who this one viewer is that keeps showing up from Japan. That,
Hey.
Put somebody on your shoulders that's not a
and
baby.
then 2 people on Twitch.
I've volunteered that one.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Wait. I'm not the strongest girl.
Pick
I'm
that one.
with Sarah.
Who is this Matthew Dean 1234?
You just popped in.
Just popped in. I challenged the strongest girl to put someone on her shoulders.
It happens.
Not a baby.
Heather?
I am strong!
Where's Heather?
Yeah,
He's
where's
also
the baby?
specifically says not a baby.
As a person?
Heather could do it. Don't mess with Heather. Heather, come in
sorry,
here.
Where's Heather?
Her, oh my gosh.
She had a migraine. Oh no.
Greg was a person. Lighter than Bill.
He said the strongest girl.
Get Adeline.
Heather come in here and take care of business if she needed to.
Yeah, Gregory printed them.
What?
You printed the transcriptions. You put in 2 pieces of paper for each instead of
So
flipping them.
I put in. Oh, that's what I was. I put in 2 pieces of paper, hit print 2, walked away for a few minutes, came back, and there it was on 2 pages, and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do now?
Flip accurate.
At least it's not.
That's funny.
Laura had a
It's not
thing
accurate.
with
Yeah.
facial hair.
He does that too. I'm trying to teach him to not pull hair, so it's not working.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, you know, you gotta. He wants his passy.
Or my phone.
No, he's reaching for the passy.
Oh, look at you. You sleepy. Go to sleep.
Oh, it worked.
That is the weirdest baby ever.
Why? He's so good.
He's a very good baby.
That's what's weird.
He's so chill.
Babies are not supposed to be so chill.
He's like his dad. Just chill and relaxed. That's why.
I would have thought he would have got some of you in him.
She gave it to the baby.
What?
That's why she has no chill. It all
Ah,
means
I don't
it's
want the kid. Are you done reading that thing
I
yet?
thought I heard chair.
Focus.
Yeah.
Put on your blinders.
Okay.
That is so hard when you have
Bill's mom
ADD
found it
to
on your
focus.
chair. That's why he's so chill.
There's like a 30-second delay here.
My baby is awesome, you guys. Leave him alone.
You haven't even pointed.
I know.
Also, Jonathan, could you tell I do that way too much?
Yeah. Well, you have to in your line of work.
So much of a delay.
And
Twitch always has a delay though.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like 30
Yeah.
seconds.
yeah, Twitch has a built-in delay, so it's the slowest of all the channels
Yeah.
because they did that so that way they can stop content they don't want going out.
It's only a matter of time now.
Okay.
For real.
You read both pages?
Yes.
All right. So you got anything you want to say? Because we've been talking about this for like 45 minutes already.
You already got all the hottest cousins out.
That was a little interesting.
Bill's been on TikTok too much.
Yeah.
He's becoming a millennial. It's weird.
I was born a millennial.
No, we weren't.
we
No, we were not.
Millennials.
We were not.
Yeah.
They labeled us because they wanted to be have some, you know,
Yeah.
smarts in that gene pool.
Sometimes I'm on TikTok and I'm like, man, I'm such a boomer. And then other times I'm on TikTok and I'm like, no, I get that. I get that.
It's because our generation is our part of the
Yeah.
generation. Our gap.
I've never been on TikTok and was like, oh, I get that. I'm always on TikTok having to go, hey, what does this mean?
So any thoughts about other than it's weird that it was the hottest cousin he's ever seen?
Yeah.
What's up, sweetheart? I don't know why.
There's a baby, there's a baby.
Okay, that's okay.
You look at
Oh
me.
my.
You look at me when
Where's
you're
our baby?
All right, let's go. I'll clean it up.
Oh, were you talking to him? So
We're
sweet.
supposed to
so
go the
gentle.
other.
You're right.
You're so sweet and gentle.
Knocking stuff off the tree, trying to squeeze past the camera.
We're gonna stone you.
Get stoned.
No, don't stone me. That's
Hey,
just James.
hey.
Stone him.
The first person who's absolutely perfect gets to throw the first stone.
I will throw it.
Put your hand down.
I am perfection.
You and me both, baby.
Yeah.
What multiverse are we in again?
Not the one we came from originally.
Not the
Where's
one.
the TARDIS?
Where's the TARDIS?
I just learned what that was yesterday.
You learned what a TARDIS was yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Time and relative dimension in space. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The police box.
I watched
It's the
one.
thing on his shirt.
I watched like 5 minutes of a Doctor
Oh
Who
yeah,
episode.
I'm wearing a Doctor
Right,
Who shirt.
It's basically Rick and Morty, but the person who
The old, like, black and
invented
white?
it wasn't on acid
No.
at the time.
The new one,
Okay.
the colored version, but
But an older one of the new one.
And,
yeah,
and it's clean.
it was episode 1, and it was,
Chris.
And no one's drunk.
it's not my thing.
Chris Eccleston.
A lot of people don't like the first season.
Oh,
I
so-
like the first season.
I
You mean 1963?
No,
No.
modern
Remake.
season.
Oh, you mean 2005?
Chris Eccleston. Some people didn't like him.
I like Christopher Eccleston.
I liked him too.
Most
I like
people
David
tell you to
Tennant
skip the
more.
first season and go-
You can't skip the first season because it
That's
gives you.
why I like it.
If you
It
try
gives
the
you
Context.
rows, like you
I
can't
tried the ones
skip
that come
it.
in the automatic
I
packs
agree.
you can get from Sam's.
You cannot
It's
skip
this,
that season.
the
I
purple
agree.
one, the one I don't drink, and then the one that's the other.
The unicorn?
Nope,
You're a unicorn.
nope. It's this one, the purple one,
You're
some other
The
one.
purple
that I
one
don't
is the
drink.
guava pear, right?
Yes.
That one's good.
No, the grape.
The what?
It's the grape.
No, the grape one's terrible.
And then there's
Yeah,
one
that's
that's the black cherry that I don't drink. She drinks that one.
The black cherry and vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's
Yeah.
one that's
Yes, Fuzzy, we were talking about Doctor Who.
What's
Several
my
of us
suggestion
love Doctor Who.
is to try the unicorn one
I get whatever one's gonna get from Sam's.
and the star blast.
I get whatever I get
Yeah,
from Sam's.
Starbucks.
go down the
I
street
like the unicorn
to
one.
You are
Root Snow. There's an
Unicorn.
Ekklesian House. They have like a whole thing.
Oh, do
of
they?
just bang.
Yeah, and these are
Really?
cheaper. Getting at Sam's.
Usually, yeah.
They need more variety. Do you want variety or do you want cheap?
I want cheap. I
Twitch
live in a
has
trailer
a
to save
Dr.
money.
What?
Yeah, Twitch every now and then will just like BBC will just air everything of a show and just
Yeah.
24
Well,
hours
that's
a day for a while.
I haven't watched the marathon on Doctor Who though. I have seen it come
We're
up.
so far behind.
Same. I haven't watched all of David's.
When we finished Tenet,
We finished Tenet.
Haven't
we
even finished
Matt
Tenet
Smith.
yet.
we're
I
in
just stopped
You're
watching
missing.
everything.
we're in old dude. We haven't got the
Capaldi?
chick yet.
Capaldi.
Yeah, we're still like the first
Is it
season of
him and
Capaldi
Clara,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Clara and
Him and
Capaldi?
Claire and then him and Bill.
I don't know. The chick that's
The doctor
Dalek.
who doesn't die, he changes bodies.
And
She regenerates.
He regenerates.
Yeah.
So
I've watched 10 minutes.
So the
of
actor-
one episode.
The actor
So
can
we
change.
talk
and
about
realized not my bag.
so when we talk
Moved on.
about
Not your
seasons,
bag.
We, talk about, we name it by the actor.
Jeez.
The
Yeah.
first season is Eccleston. I like it.
I don't care about your bag. You can go shove your bag somewhere you don't
Can
want.
you
That is not very nice.
simmer down?
On the other hand,
How about you not touch
I
his
have
bag?
become addicted to Mandalorian.
Haven't watched an episode of it.
I think it's
You're missing
boring.
out.
We don't have Disney Plus.
Sadly, Mandalorian is boring.
What's
Fuzzy recommends you watch a few episodes before
Yeah.
you decide how you
Because this
feel
is the
about
first
Doctor Who.
episode, the dummy one.
It's the
Yes.
mannequin.
Yes.
It's
Mannequins?
weird.
That's a
It is
weird
so
episode.
weird.
I know, I like it.
You gotta get past that.
And they're like-
Like, listen, everyone will tell you to get past
Well,
the first
like-
season and you'll love it.
Everybody says once you like in Lost
you
in
gonna go to
Space, the
sleep?
remake that Netflix did.
Do you want to go see
The first
Tina?
episode you're like what, and the second one you're like and then the third one you're like
Oh, cool.
Let's do this.
Put him to sleep on the movies.
Oh, the first season, yeah.
So what they're saying is when
What did you
everybody
say?
tells you to
What
jump
did you
off
just say?
the cliff,
The
just go
boobies.
jump off the cliff.
no.
There are no movies.
No,
I was
I
like,
said boobies.
I wouldn't
and
say
then
that
I
far.
realized I was hot. I was really hot. Okay.
Compared to when we met, they're definitely
Fuzzy likes the
there.
They're
original
definitely
Doctor
there.
Who.
Yeah.
I wear baggy clothes for a reason.
Fuzzy likes the original Doctor Who more than the 2005 reboot.
Nice.
Okay, I watched
I
that.
haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, I never actually watched those. I saw the
I
one
watched
with
some.
the guy
I
with the
saw a
really long
few.
scarf. I
I-
saw like one
Yeah,
episode of
I
that
saw a
one.
few of those.
Tom Baker.
Guy with the really long scarf.
The one that I watched was the old guy with his niece. Or his
I'm
The
granddaughter?
first
The
episode?
first Doctor?
Yeah, is his
Granddaughter.
granddaughter? I
Well,
watched a few of those.
Hey, are you sleepies?
Yeah.
more or less.
More or less his granddaughter.
She's the granddaughter of, well, she's a descendant of the other, who is reincarnated as the Doctor.
Oh.
And so then when the Doctor sees Susan, they recognize a familial connection,
He just calls her.
and because he's old and she's young, she starts referring to him as grandfather, and he starts referring to her as granddaughter.
Oh,
I watched
that's
a few of
about
those.
as confusing as you could make something, but okay.
Timey wimey wibbly wobbly. No,
See, I
really.
have this novel at
River
home that
Song.
I've been trying to read, but I can't take it out of the house because it's worth $250. It's called Lungbarrow. It's this Doctor Who book, and it's got all this canon stuff in it that
Why does it cost so much?
because it's really rare. There's not many
of
copies of it left in the world. Anyway, it's got a lot of that kind of information in it that
And
they don't tell you in the shows that
Yeah,
makes
it's backstory.
everything makes so much more sense.
Yeah, okay, cool. At this table, sorry guys.
What
It's
just
old.
happened?
The table went whoop, and I went.
There's no, like, in between the two middle
There's no
inserts, there's
support.
no support there. So
Yeah,
it's
sports
just,
only here.
you gotta kind of lean not directly in the middle.
Can I gotta lean on this
That's where
side?
we are.
Right. So, anything else from the
Right
podcast
here.
catch your eye, Houston?
There's support, just not
You'd rather talk about her.
I don't know what was discussed, so
I was gonna point
It
out.
doesn't
where
matter
we
what was
like that
discussed.
word
What would
there,
you
and
like
the
to
word I came
discuss?
to was
so
kisses.
sleepy.
We went way off topic.
Like normal.
It's about love.
That's the point of
and how
fellowship.
to not abuse people.
We've talked about food. We've talked about why Tina has blindfolds in her closet. We've
No.
talked about-
Blindfolds in my closet.
yo, those are on the bed.
Yes, we do.
What?
For my migraines.
You have your eye, like, but that's an eye mask. It's not blindfold.
Blindfold, migraine eye mask.
Anyway,
It's all about how you use them and when.
what would you like to talk about?
Oh, Anything but Tina's blindfolds.
Because we were talking about love endures, and Tina's endured all these years, even having to look at this face.
face.
And I said, well, the way she's done it is with those blindfolds
All
that
these
she's got in the
years, how many
closet.
years has it been? Like years, not just married years?
Years? 2003, so 17.
Long enough, you should have known better.
Oh.
Wow.
17
We
too
were
many.
friends for like
Can you
8.
hit
And then
close?
Sure.
Not low power mode, but close.
Low power mode.
Nope.
There you go.
It paused again.
What's that?
Yeah, give a warning. You should be back in just a second.
He has a horn. He always has a horn. Just one.
Oh, his hair.
Yes.
Cut it.
It's back.
Cut it right there. And just
It's
on
gonna
the
get
spot.
worse, but then it's worse when it starts growing back. And then it grows
So
wrong.
love endures, but you shouldn't abuse.
Yeah.
Things aren't going to be cherry. Jesus didn't promise that. Things will be rough. They called him Beelzebub, or basically from their perspective, son of the devil, when he was casting out demons and healing the sick.
Yes.
And so basically Jesus reasons that if that's what they called our head,
You can just
the
put
head
it
of the
out
household,
if
how
you're
much
not
more
gonna fall asleep. He's
us.
fine.
Are we going to have to?
Also,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to. Like.
Yeah.
So those are the highlights.
That's all you need is highlights. You don't gotta dye the whole head.
You could get
I
lowlights.
mean, I wouldn't want to either.
Let's see what would be the low light. The low light would be hottest cousin
He's like,
you ever saw.
That would definitely be a low point in your life.
Speaking about hot cousins, I had an ex-girlfriend that accused me of a cousin and me having a thing.
Okay, so this one time, my mom got married, and then my stepdad's nephew and nieces came around, and there was this annoying little guy. And then 5 years later, I saw him, and he got really tall and buff, and I was like, "What was that?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
I have a cousin who's a pinup model. What's your cousin's name? And
You're married.
there's a time every now and then I'll be on Facebook and I'll be like scroll. Oh, scroll.
I know. I'm always like, wait, who is that? Oh yeah, that's never okay.
I have a third cousin on my grandmother's side of the family that married a third cousin on my grandfather's side of the family.
So wouldn't that make them like your fourth cousin uncles too?
That means they're definitely related to each other.
Yeah.
I don't think they had kids together.
No, they didn't. That marriage didn't last very long either. Anyway.
Didn't they find out like after they
I've
got married?
never been attracted to any of my cousins. Does that make me weird?
No, it makes you normal.
All of my cousins are girls.
I don't know that many of my cousins.
Except for one. I got one boy cousin.
Who?
And he's
I have
what,
good-looking
17?
cousins, but I'm not attracted to them.
Oh, I forgot about Trey. Oh, my
I
bad.
thought that's
Your
what you were
sister's
saying.
hot.
Who's 17?
That's just weird.
Zach. He's a second cousin.
Zach?
Yeah.
No, he's 19. Or
Your
20.
family
She's
got
good-looking.
your family got good genes. That's what I told Tina one time. Tina saw your sister and was like,
Trey was hot.
I was like, no, it's the whole family. The whole family.
In the cousin category.
Yeah.
The whole family got good genes. It's unfair. My family reunion, it looks like a monster mash.
Something like graveyards.
The funny thing is, it's a family reunion, so the wife's there. So he's actually calling his wife a monster.
She obviously is Frankenstein's bride.
I wouldn't go to Frankenstein.
I'm pretty ugly, Holmes.
I'm thinking something more like the Swamp Thing? Or the Blob.
Swamp monster?
What's your deal?
I like swamp monster. You swampy.
He called you the blob.
Dick. I'm not even the largest person here. I still got called fat.
Wait, what'd you say?
No! Don't repeat it!
What'd you say?
She referred to Bill as something.
What did you refer to me as?
love you.
That's not what you said.
Yeah, it's green and kind of goes around. She said Swamp Thing in the Blob.
Oh my god.
His own wife.
I didn't.
The
see
love
that.
in this room is dying
So
slowly.
you would be the wolf man.
What can I be?
The Wolfman?
Yeah, you'll be the wolf man. I don't know about James yet. What would James be?
James can be the mummy.
I like the mummy. There you go. You're the mummy.
Cool.
The new ones or
I
the
like
old
the
ones?
The old ones.
I don't know. Some
Why you do this thing to me?
She almost pooped herself. That was good. She almost pooped.
I get it.
What is wrong with
out what I was.
I was looking at him intently.
Lots of girls do.
Not that.
Not that
I
intense.
was married to my blob.
You're happily married to your blob.
Ooh, dang!
Whoa.
Hey,
So we know who's not getting any tonight.
it's Grimm's fairy tale. All of the fairy tales in one book.
Oh, my
Isn't that
poor
crazy?
baby.
Isn't that crazy? All the fairy
He's so
tales.
sweet.
One book.
Hey, can I see that book? One day, can I borrow that?
Stop touching my
I'm
butt.
not reading it right now.
Oh, yes.
Don't get baby vomit on it like someone did in one of my favorite books.
I will definitely
That
get
was
baby.
not my fault.
Can I read
And
this?
it wasn't baby vomit. She knocked over a cup of coffee.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know
read
any
this to my
female
child.
monsters. Like all the monsters are men.
I'm like, it might seem like
I'm sorry.
very often.
I
I
know.
still
Well,
have
there's
a book
Mrs.
from
Munster.
Ariel.
And they
Vampire
say we
Slayer.
live in a patriarchy.
That's my
The
hair.
complete.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
complete thing
monster.
from
But she's a
Israel,
hot
though.
monster, so.
And then there's Cher. What's she? Forgot her name.
Cher?
Mrs. Adams.
Cher's not anything.
Cher is
No.
No.
Morticia.
No, she was not
No.
Morticia Adams.
Cher.
Cher was not
Not
Morticia
Morticia
Adams.
No.
Who's that actress?
Not Cher.
Do you just need mama?
Totally thought it was Cher.
No.
Do you just need mama?
Cher's
Okay.
just naturally weird.
Alright.
The chick that she still walks around dressed like a vampire.
Elvira.
Elvira. Candace Elvira.
Jesse had a huge thing for Elvira.
He did.
He did. He loved Elvira.
Loved Elvira.
He can be Elvira. You just gotta put on a push-up.
Way up.
Wow! We need to rein that in
You were just
tonight.
like vicious tonight.
Hey,
I'm so tired.
Can we check and see if there's any white powder on her chair too?
I'm running on like 3.5 hours of sleep, so I ain't got no filter.
You got 3.5?
Retract the claws, Catwoman. You about to kill somebody.
You know, I helped you come up with the mummy.
Yeah,
Be
no.
nice to me.
No.
That doesn't mean anything.
Have you guys seen that Tom Cruise, The Mummy? No.
I saw 10
I
seconds
The
of it.
Tom Cruise one? Yeah. It was
It
good.
wasn't bad.
I didn't even
You
make
think
it
it was
to
good?
the
I
credits.
liked it. Yeah.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Angelica
Is that one of the newer ones?
Houston.
Really? I totally thought it was Cher.
I didn't
It
like
might have
it.
been better because just the graphics and everything were better.
Angelica Houston.
Now I just gotta figure out who Tina is.
I already told you. She's Fred Size
She's
Bride.
Freddy Krueger.
What?
You're Freddy Krueger.
No, that's not a girl.
And that's very weird.
Yeah, that's rapey.
Huh?
That's rapey.
It totally
Rapey?
is. Yep.
How is that
He
rapey?
was.
Yeah.
Oh my
He did some
God.
messed up stuff in those people's
did.
dreams.
But not rape.
well,
The bathtub scene?
Everything but.
The bathtub scene?
Yeah.
Which bathtub scene?
What bathtub scene are you talking about?
The one
You
where she
think
falls
about Edward
asleep-
Scissorhands?
No, she falls asleep in the bath, and his claw comes up. I mean, she's naked in the bathtub, and he kills her. Freddy Krueger.
I didn't see all of it. Oh, I know
Killing
I
her is
did
not
see
the same
that.
thing as raping her.
It's rapey. I said it didn't say it was rape. Huh?
What?
Well, rapey means to rape.
No. You can be
Rip-a.
rapey without.
No.
That's a molestation.
However you cut it, it's abuse, and abuse is wrong.
Exactly. Back to the podcast.
And-
Look at that.
If you are being abused, do
Get
not
out.
endure that.
Because it's not love.
If you're being abused, don't endure that shit.
Well, the problem is
Get
love
clear,
endures.
get safe, get help.
Love endures.
Bottom
That's
line.
not love. So you do not have to endure that.
But.
Get out.
Unless you
I
like.
think she went to the bathroom.
That's not abuse then.
That's not abuse then.
That's consensual. There's a difference.
No, it could be abused if somebody else sees it.
It's not about what somebody else sees.
It's about what you go through.
Roxanne.
I could have handed him over to you the other
Sorry.
way.
I don't know why. Sorry.
Roxanne.
you guys
Roxanne. Why you want to party all night long, Roxanne? Gosh darn.
I just
See,
want to
when
know.
I first started hearing
Here's
it, I
my
was
issue.
like, oh, that's so cute.
Remind
I
me-
should send it.
remind
And then
me-
I listened to it. I was like, I
Remind me
still
to-
love it.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, I'll say it now because you said it as Roxanne. Why is it that every song about Roxanne, you a hoe?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
is
know.
it something about the name?
So
Like,
Roxanne was a hoe one time, and then you're a hoe one time.
She went out mowing once, and it's stuck ever since.
so there was a guy.
You see that fence out there? I built that fence, but did they call me Seamus the fence builder? No.
See this bar? You see this bar? I hand built this bar.
My own 2 hands.
That road out there, I curried the stones and laid the road, but they don't call me a road builder.
But you thick one goat.
I can't believe you just said fuck on the live stream.
He's gone.
Pastor Bill just said fuck on the live stream.
And you keep repeating it.
Well,
I always say it.
Remember, they had to warn us to watch.
Oh, that joke. As Fuzzy pointed out, this is not international television.
Multi-dimensional.
It's multi-dimensional because God's watching also. Talk about. We're all sitting there, and I was like, it's international. And someone was like, oh yeah, we do have multiple nations. And then Fuzzy, who's one of our new friends from Twitch, who's come the second week in a row, stated.
Yay, Fuzzy!
No, God's here. God's watching, so it's multi-dimensional. And it was just like,
Mind blown.
yeah, it's like, we're like, oh yeah.
Did your mind blowing just make as the noise?
It's pudding. My head is pudding, Holmes.
We've pretty much lost everybody at this point. We've got the FC2 live person and 1 person on Twitch. Everybody else is gone. They're like, oh my gosh, what did that just happen?
That is the point of fellowship, though. Fellowship is about coming together and fellowshipping. It's not about a person preaching. It's not about it's
Fuzzy, he's still here.
It's about us having fun together. It's fellowshipping.
Where are the plates?
Right there. You can bun over there.
Oh, with a bun?
Get hungry?
Are the other plates gone? Do we need to open the pack?
Fuzzy is currently playing Destiny 2 and slaying in the name of the Lord.
Are you playing the expansion? I gotta start it. My friend wants me to start it, and I haven't yet.
Is that one of the ones I can't play?
That Destiny's one of the ones that makes you sick to watch. Yes, ma'am. You get dizzy.
How do you get this?
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Something about certain first-person games. Anytime she watches anyone play it or tries to, she gets dizzy and then gets sick.
If it starts getting too, like if they're moving too fast or if it gets laggy.
Like even with WoW, I try to play.
If it's laggy, playing
like
WoW,
playing, but I can't. Like I move so slow because I'll get sick otherwise.
Certain
And
Wii
he's like,
U
"Come
games
on!"
give me a migraine. Not the Switch so far.
I can't do VR at all.
I can't either.
That would be so fun to watch. Though.
That makes me
Sorry.
so sick to my
When I
stomach.
used to play games on the computer, I would do that. And I'd get dizzy. I don't know if the computer's free or...
See, I wonder though, because I haven't
Someone
played
actually
those
used
on
the relish.
on the TV. Oh, really? Ew.
It's just chopped up pickle.
It's so
it's blended
different
pickles.
though. Like
It's sweeter.
yeah.
They used to be pickles.
Well, there is.
Sweeter.
It's chopped up sweet pickles. That's all
So
it
you
is.
see how this says sweet relish? There's
Yeah.
one that'll say Indian relish.
Isn't that like the reddish one?
It's got the red pieces in it. It's not sweet. It's more of like your pickle and kind of sourish. It's tart.
Pickles are not made to be
No,
sweet.
it's more sour.
I like to put sweet relish on hot dogs, but not hamburgers.
It was the picnic pack.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it would have been
Two
cheaper
ketchups.
than buying like 3 gigantic ketchups.
I was at Sam's the other day, and she was like, "Bring me home a Coke," and I was like, "Okay, I'll just get her a 2-liter." And I walked over to the aisle, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's not
"Or
just
4
a-
2-liters.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't buy Coke here."
Yeah, you can't just grab
Yeah.
something at
Oh, now I'm at 10%.
Oh no! Do you have like a long charger?
Nah, it's almost time to.
We're ready to wrap it up, I think.
Yeah. So
Because
what's next
Houston
week
came
about?
and had nothing to contribute.
So what's next week about, sir?
He just likes
I get one of those long.
What's next week about, sir?
I have no idea.
Seriously, how many times are you gonna say it?
So he says
So
something.
let's see. What's the podcast that just came out about?
Endures.
2.66
No idea.
was
Did it already come out?
no, 2.56 rather. 2.56 is
It is.
I don't know.
2.56
Judged by
is
fruit.
judged by
There's
fruit.
Judged by
left
fruit.
right there. Okay, so Coke,
Okay, that's it.
unsweet tea,
It's got a picture of fruit. It says recognize.
and then there's water over here.
Oh, I just exited the chat. If you say something
What'd you
fuzzy,
do
I'm
that
sorry.
for?
Wow, good job. Hello and welcome to season 2 of
No, don't read it.
Spoilers.
So it's about judging by fruit
Is this
because
next week? No,
where do
no,
we?
no,
That's next week.
Yeah. I was doing next
Huh?
week.
So we're talking about Fruit of the Loom.
I mean, you can go to the
Are
website.
they still on
The app still exists.
Okay.
We
It'll
haven't
exist.
shut down the app yet.
Yeah, we're under contract till the end of June. So.
But the website is
We've
the
gone
best
pretty
place.
much everywhere else.
Which you need to make sure to put. We forgot to update the thing.
No comment.
You need to make a comment in the thing of the website.
What's wrong with the website?
What did you two do to each other?
Holding his
Well,
hand
they're
up.
talking about next week's about fruit. So I said we're talking about Fruit of the Loom.
No.
And now she's gone. We're never gonna get Tina back. She's gone.
That's okay. Roxanne started going.
So what's wrong with the website?
She's just trying to party all night.
I finally actually heard the whole song. Was it today or yesterday?
I think it was
Nothing's wrong with
yesterday.
the website. The app is going to be non-functional in June.
Oh.
The website is still great.
You're great.
The website has been almost completely
No,
redone.
nothing
No,
you did.
not completely redone. But the website has been optimized for mobile, which it wasn't before,
Yep.
and now it is optimized for mobile.
It's very nice on mobile now.
I did used to have a really hard time navigating.
Yeah,
So
it was,
like the
it was pretty terrible.
Yeah, it was a full version website on scaled down, but I've redone it to where it can be used on mobile well. So the podcast that just came out is Judging by Fruit. Not judging Fruit of the Loom. Judging
Clean underwear in case you gotta go to the doctor.
judging the results of actions that are coming out, because there's been a lot of judging of ministries and ministers and certain people based off of rumor and hearsay and not what's coming out of their ministries. Like, for instance, let's just Joel Osteen,
And
right?
G5, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of rumors and stuff that come out that people talk about, calling Joel Osteen garbage, calling the prosperity gospel garbage, just really hampering on and on and on without ever taking time to find out, is there anything good coming out of that ministry? And we don't specifically talk about Joel Osteen's ministry in the podcast because, well, we don't do that kind of thing. But another example would be then Kanye West. Is there good fruit coming out of what he's doing right now? Well, I mean, he went and did a free concert at a prison in Houston. That's some pretty good fruit. So if you're judging by fruit, I would say there's some pretty good fruit coming out of the man's ministry. You know what?
No, I mean that
As long
is.
as he's not doing it for publicity.
So far, so like there was a pastor that's from here in DFW that I heard an interview with, and he's one of the people that he is now surrounding himself with. And he had said that at the concerts, at the things he's been doing, he is not going at it, and it's because even he has stated. So this isn't like trying to circumvent it. He said, "I'm on meds, and they've changed my life."
Yeah.
Because he wasn't on the meds doctors told him he needed to be on.
Yeah.
So when he got on his meds, he got back to, because he used to be a very strong follower, and then went away from it
A little
because of
mouthy.
issues. Huh?
A little mouthy.
Well, he's always been mouthy.
He was like, Jesus walks, I ate pieces of for breakfast. I was like, whoa, those two sentences should not be back to back in one song.
No, but I mean, it's one of those things. But again, like you said, though, we'll see.
No, we're not gonna say we'll see. We're just gonna believe the best.
No, I'm saying we believe the best, and we hope for the best, but you never know. I'm much more judgmental than you, sir.
Yeah, you are. We've established this. You're the guy that I have to use trust, not hope, that when you're sitting behind me, you're not gonna shank me.
Yes.
Him?
Him.
Why him?
I've
Because
stabbed
he's
him
shanky.
once.
He's shanky. That's better than being skanky.
Roxanne.
Watch what you say about my wife.
I'm talking about the song.
You're talking about the Roxanne, not her. Now, but if you feel that way in your heart of hearts, you need to answer that question.
Feel
With
what way?
God.
Then you jump to the conclusion that he was talking about your wife.
You might want to, talk to God about that one. Ask for some forgiveness for being judgy.
This is
I can
like
be
the
shaky,
second
too.
time he's about to just fight him.
Okay, wrap
Hey,
up.
you made it that time.
We did. We didn't miss 3 times in a row.
We're laughing about Seamus.
Okay, wrap up before your phone dies.
Everybody looks at the
Join us next
Go
week.
listen to this.
He's not doing it.
Go
Join us
listen
next
to-
week. Listen to the
Shut up!
thing.
Go listen to the new episode about judging by fruit, and come back here wherever you are. Join us next week on Facebook or VKontact or Twitch or YouTube. These are the places where you can actually chat with us. You're welcome to watch in other places where we are if you can find us. But on those platforms, you can actually chat back with us. That's Facebook and VKontact and Twitch and YouTube. So, have a great week, and until next time.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Hit that. Can you hit this?
Vaya con Dios.
Say la bye-bye.
Stop show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stop show, and then
And
it's
then you
gonna
gotta click.
confirm.
No, you click to the screen, not the stop show button.
You gotta click the little red bubble.
I'm
Little
sure
lower.
this